We're taking you out of that program for a brief moment just to take you to this other important story. Disgruntled truck drivers continue to blockade the N3 as a form of protest. They have long been complaining about the employment of foreign nationals. The drivers have been protesting for some days now. For more on this, let's go to eNCA senior reporter Dasen Thathiah, who joins me now from the skies. Dasen, just show us a clear picture of what you're seeing where you are. A lot of people are complaining that there is the Van Riemen's Pass is blocked completely.
Well, you know that phrase, the calm before the storm. This is exactly what I'm showing you right now, because we are making our way to Van Riemen's Pass. We just passed by the Ladysmith area now, and I can tell you it's there that traffic is being diverted. The N3 is eerily quiet at this point, and it's unusual on a public holiday like today, but that's only because authorities have taken action to do that, because they want to prevent traffic from getting to that blockade on Van Riemen's Pass. It's about midway on Van Riemen's. Officials have been working there since the early hours of the morning. Police are there. There are various units that are trying to negotiate with the drivers of those vehicles in order to try to get them to move. But we are told by sources there that arrests are imminent, and it seems that they will start the process of trying to move those vehicles as soon as possible. I can tell you, though, that it's not going to be an easy task. We will be there shortly, and we will bring you those visuals as well. But I can just tell you that from the reports that we've been getting, it sounds like some of those trucks have been sabotaged, and that is going to make the process of recovery a lot more difficult. We're told that some of the brake lines have been cut, that they've been sabotaged in such a way so as to prevent an easy recovery. So what that effectively means is that if you are making a trip, if you are planning to travel, although the blockade will start to be removed, the backlog of traffic as a result of that will still persist for some time. Today being an important day for travel, particularly for those who've taken the extra day off tomorrow to spend a long weekend in Durban.
And Dasen, you know, looking at how you're saying that the N3 is eerily quiet this time around, I'm interested to know if you've spoken to anyone from Durban, for instance, about tourism and how it might be affected by this?
Well, we haven't spoken to the authorities in Durban at this point about that particular topic, because right now they are dealing with this issue of trying to prevent these sporadic incidents of popping up everywhere. In fact, on that note, there was a report that came through a short while ago that there was another incident that had popped up in the vicinity of Howick. So as you can see, it's not just here on the N3. We're seeing this taking place in various places. You and I spoke the other day when there was a similar incident on the N3, as well as others that were reported around KZN. So right now, I can tell you that authorities, traffic officials, they have their hands full in trying to quell this protest. But the most difficult part is that no one is coming forward to take credit for this. They're not saying that it's any particular organization. It's under the banner, this very broad banner of South African truck drivers. And that is becoming the difficult position that we find ourselves in. The Road Freight Association has already spoken out and said that millions is being lost as a result of trucks not moving. They put the figure down to about 300 million, they say, from just the latest spate of incidents that we're seeing. The scary part is that initial communication that we had from these so-called SA truck drivers said that this is expected to continue till at least tomorrow. And this in spite of the fact that some of them have called for a meeting with transport authorities. So this is happening parallel to that process, and that's what's worrying, because the people behind this right now are faceless.
Lastly, and very quickly, Dasen, when we spoke, you and I, you had said that you heard that this would be a 3-day protest. So it looks like today only is it intensifying, which would be strategic, looking at the fact that, you know, as you mentioned, a lot of people would be traveling today, having taken the extra day off tomorrow.
Exactly, and I hope it wasn't a self-fulfilling prophecy, because the last time we spoke, we said exactly that, and we said that, you know, it would look to be, it would end up like this, with people taking a day off, and this would be the day that disruptions would be felt the most. And it's not just the holiday makers, it's not the inconvenience that is being felt by the hundreds that have jumped into their cars and plan to make their way down to the coast. It's also the significant economic impact. So there are lots of problems that are being faced. Even the diversions are difficult because those routes are becoming clogged and backlogged. And right now, it seems like authorities will have their hands full in trying to make sure that the roadway is cleared. But that doesn't mean that we won't see a repeat of this even as early as tomorrow.